Hello, I'm going to give you a little acupressure session that you can do for your adrenals because I'm talking about adrenal Chinese medicine in my newsletter. So this one, I'll have to contort a little bit, and we're working with some points based on the Chinese medicine kidney meridian and spleen meridian because those can be really equating to more of our Western medicine adrenals, and that is where our stress in our life can really hit. So I'm going to target those points. Now I marked them with an X, but there are a few measurements that you do need to learn before we get started. So I have talked about it on my Instagram before, but there is the 4-finger measurement. So it's right across the width of your 4 knuckles. Okay, so that is one measurement. And then as well, there is the second measurement is across the middle 3 knuckles. Okay, and then there is just your pointer finger width measurement as well too. So I will talk about those in relation to the points. So let's get started now. We're going to start down on your ankle, okay? So I'm just going to get up and contort. All right, so I hope you can see with my lovely little line, there is a point in the middle of my ankle bone. Okay, so right in the middle, the highest point, you're going to go halfway between your Achilles tendon and this high point of your ankle bone, and right in the center where that X is, that is your first point. So you can press on that and do that for 30 to 60 seconds. And don't forget to do both sides. Okay, so that is like the major kidney point. So it's going to give you a lot of good energy. Okay, so that is that one. Actually helps to balance. So it can help to balance whether, again, adrenals can be too high sometimes or they can be too low. That one is a great one as an evener. Second point is just above that where we use our 3-finger measurement. Okay, so back on that ankle, we've got that first point that you just did. Now 3-finger measurement from that first point up, and just in front of you can feel your Achilles tendon, or part of it into the calf. It's really tight, and then you just roll in front of it, and that is the point. Okay, now that is another good acupressure point, and that one though is for building up a little more energy. So what I find in most people these days is people are getting very, very depleted in many ways, but energy seems to be at an all-time low. So this one's going to give you that little boost that maybe you need to help get you through your day. So maybe you don't want to do this point if you just want to go to bed, but doing it first thing in the morning. All right, the third point we move on to is up by your knee. Okay, so it's on the inside of your leg, and now there's that big tibia bone we have here. There's kind of like it goes down and around. You can maybe feel like the bone kind of goes in from the knee a little bit, and just before you hit the big main part of your shin area, that there is a really tender point here, or it is really tender on me anyways. That one can be a little trickier to find, but again, it's easier, just use your fingers. You can even just, if you're uncertain, use all your fingers. There is going to be a tender spot in that area, I can guarantee you, for most people. So press on that. That can really help then in the stress side and your adrenals, and how it can affect your digestion and your hormones. So great point to do there on that inner part of the knee. Again, you could just go slap it on there and rub, okay? But on the inside, just behind the bone. The other point by the knee we have done on my Instagram and Facebook. So this one is just below the eyes of the knee. So we do kind of have eyes in Chinese medicine where they're like, look, there's two eyes just below your kneecap or your patella. So this is on the outside eyeball, okay, the outer leg. And then you use your forefinger measurement to go down, and then from the crest of the tibia, there's like that really bony ridge in there, you go one finger width out to the side, and then you press, and there you go. There's your point. Okay, there's a nice little, I put X's on all these points, and that point, again, don't forget to do both sides on all of these points. I didn't mention that. 30 to 60 seconds, or as long as you want to do it. And so that one, again, is really good for the digestion and stress-related kind of system with that. So with our adrenal system. And the very, very last point, pretty simple. I didn't mark an X on here because I didn't want to put pen on my face. Smack dab in between your eyebrows. Anyone who's come to me for acupuncture, for anything, I think I've done this point on them because, again, it's this world today. So you can press on that point, you can tap on that point, whatever feels good for you. And that will help out your major nervous system component here, which of course, the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, or HPA axis, it all starts up here. So of course we want to address the point there. And in Chinese medicine, it's just really good to calm the whole body. So this point, rub away. Okay. Well, if you have any questions about these points, just ask. But I hope you do this over and over and over to help you out for your adrenals.